Hello and welcome back to art class. Today we're going to be making Greek tragedy or comedy masks, and you can see a picture of them right there. In ancient Greek, when they did plays, the muses that would tell the stories, if they were a comedy or tragedy, and their dramas that they would do a play of in front of live people, they would often wear a mask, one usually being happy and then one being in the sad mode. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make our own version of that. It's going to take us a couple weeks to do that. We are going to need for today two pieces of paper, two white pieces of paper. You're going to need glue, you're going to want a pencil, probably an eraser, and you're going to need scissors. This first part is not hard. It's just going to take a little while because it requires some gluing of these pieces of paper because the paper's too thin all by itself, so we need to make it thicker by gluing it to another piece. So I have this scrap piece that I'm going to be using here. And you got to be careful with how much glue you use. So, you know, the old adage of dot, dot, not a lot that you heard me say, that's what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a ton of little dots all over the place. I get about halfway through my paper, then I'm going to take my nozzle and I'm going to spread these dots as thin as they'll go to try to get the glue to go everywhere and so that there's no bulky, bumpy spots. Once it's all spread out, you take your second piece, line it up as best you can because this glue is going to want to stick pretty much right away. And then smooth it as best you can with your hands. So you don't want to be doing this on a table. You want to be doing this on a table, something hard, or even the floor would be good too. Just don't do it on something soft like a chair. Then let this sit for about, let's say about an hour. And then come back. Okay, now that you've got your picture, your paper dry, we are going to fold it in half, the long skinny ways or the hot dog way. And we're going to draw half of the mask. Now you'll need to decide at this point whether you want it to be a happy mask or a sad mask. So I am going to draw the basic shape. So we're going to draw from the top, the open end. You want to have about a finger space away from it. You're going to draw, and at the bottom it curves like this. So it's about a finger space from the bottom. Okay. For the happy, that's pretty easy. You will make a half smile, like that. If you want a tragedy or sad one, you're going to be more like this, where it is half a sad face like this. Okay, I'm going to leave it as the tragedy one here. And then if you want happy eyes, you want a nice bright eyes. And happy eyes and sad eyes are going to be very similar. Okay? So happy would be like that. If you want sad, usually you can tilt them just a little bit more to make them look a little extra sad. Since mine are sad, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then the next part, I need you to cut this out. So the first part, cutting out the basic shape, should be pretty easy. Keep any scrap, they may come in handy. So since this is going to take a couple weeks, you're going to want to find a place maybe in your room you can just set it all aside. The mouth is going to be pretty easy as well. Like that. It's the eyes that can be kind of tricky. Because this is now a thicker piece of paper, it might be a little bit, you're going to pinch it. See how I have it pinched, and you're going to put a little snip right there. That way you can stick your scissors through the eye hole. Okay, again, the eyes can probably be tossed, but if you have a really big piece of from leftover with the mouse, you may want to keep that again. Some scrap is going to be kind of handy. And then you can open it up, and it looks like this. We are going to do much more to this, but right now this is where I need you to be because the gluing going to take a while to do. Don't lose this, otherwise you'll have to restart and you'll have the same problem. Okay. There is no nose right at this moment. We will be adding a nose to our picture next week, but we're going to do it in a very specific way. All right, so get this far, snap a photo of it, and upload it to Google Classroom so I know you got this far.